Okay, so morning guys, hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It's nearly the weekend, thank God. Friday today, yippee, still got work over the weekend, so it doesn't really matter to me, but I hope you're all well, wherever you are, whatever you're getting up to, and whatever you're doing. And I have another review for you, so welcome, my name is Matt, and I am the Bearded Berserker. So, before we start, huge, massive thank you to each and every one of you guys out there that's following me over there on Instagram as Viking Beard Matt and watching, enjoying and liking my videos on my Bearded Berserker channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because the reason why I set up my Instagram and YouTube channel is to purely help small brands, individuals and craftsmen out there that are making some amazing products and have amazing skills in what they're doing, and just try and highlight what they're actually doing. And I'm not interested in huge massive brands, because it's about the small brands, individuals and craftsmen out there. These huge massive brands, all their stuff is kind of faceless, sort of mass produced, passionless, soulless stuff, if you know what I mean. They got millions that they can throw into marketing, promoting, advertising their products that these smaller brands and craftsmen don't have. So the smaller brands and craftsmen individuals have to work infinitely harder to get their products on the market. They know as soon as they do, they're going to be in direct competition with other brands, and plus these huge massive brands, so they have to kind of make their products as best as they possibly can do. And with crafts especially, it's a dying art, if you know what I mean. Fewer and fewer people are actually doing it now, because there are these huge massive brands that are just churning out tut. And so we really need to get behind them and support them and encourage them, because it is a dying art. Now, with all the reviews that I do on my channel, stuff that I go out and buy myself, stuff that gets sent through, I'm completely honest with each and every single review that I do, okay? Completely unbiased. Everything I do is my own honest opinion, and I'm not affiliated to any of these brands whatsoever. So if there's something I don't like about a product, I will constructively say reasons why I don't like it. And if there's a reason why I do like a product, I will say reasons why I do like it. Because I, the same as you guys, I'm a consumer. And there is nothing worse in going out, spending our hard-earned pennies on whatever it might be, getting it home, doesn't live up to expectation, the quality of it is shonky and shoddy, and it's just not worth the money we pay for it. So it just either ends up sitting there on the shelf, getting binned, we don't use it, or we give it to somebody we don't like as a present. So I have a part one of a review for you guys today. I'm going to need my glasses. The second part I'm going to be doing in about a week or so's time, because I don't want to chock her up sort of like an hour doing a review and stuff like that. I'd rather sort of split it down. And the review I have today is for a chap basically called Odins Eye Leather. New age custom Viking wear and more, custom orders taken. And this is the business card that he has sent through. There are a few business cards as well, which I will be handing out to people. And he's based in South Ayrshire in Scotland, and basically does handcrafted leather work, woodwork, antler work and stuff like that. It's also got an Etsy site, and I will be putting links down below to Odins Eye Leather. So please show him some support, give him a follow and help him out and encourage him, because he is making some amazing stuff. Now, he's sent through 5 items to have a look at. 2 of them, like I say, I'm going to be reviewing in around about a week's time. So this is the kind of part one. So there you go. That is the business card. Really nice business card. I do like the logo. Very, very nice. There you go. If you can read email and everything else like that. So he's sent through a few pieces for me to have a look at, see what I think of, and give you guys my honest opinion, which I will do. And like I say, I'm not here to blow smoke rings up anybody's backsides. It's about me genuinely giving you my honest opinion, as if I'd just gone out and bought these and got them home, and what I think of them. So he's sent through a few bits. Like I say, first we're going to have a look at, just get me notes here, is an antler pendant. So as you notice, I do wear antler pendants quite a lot, and I've got old Scully on the wall over there, Rudolph that I call him, even though it's not technically a reindeer, it's a fallow deer. So here you go. Now I have notes in front of me to read, so you'll have to excuse me. Basically, each antler rune necklace is made from Scottish red deer antler. Each antler is roughly 9 centimetres long, and each one is hand engraved with Elder Fuddark rune. And he will be adding the sigil of Loki and bind runes one as well. He does his own sort of banner art style round it as well. Does vary on each one because obviously every antler, teen, tip, tine, whatever you want to call it, is completely different from the last. Each one is then sanded down to remove any imperfections to show the white underlayer, because you can possibly see it on this one, it's kind of like it got a brown, and sometimes they're fairy as well and stuff like that, have a bark on them. And so each one sanded down to remove any imperfections to show the white underlayer. After being engraved and the hole for the leather thong added, the antler is given a light sanding to remove any raised edges on the engraved areas, then cleaned up with a damp cloth to remove any excess dust, and then painted with the black acrylic paint. I've lost myself. Black acrylic paint and coated in varnish. Originally they came with a hand-stitched leather pouch, but he's basically switched to pillow boxes, and last few on his Etsy page will come with the pouches and are available at £15. And it's got that feel to it, if you know what I mean. I love the feel of antlers, and if I just move this around, you can see old Scully sitting there up on the wall. I love stuff like this, you know, because it's kind of living, it's natural, which is nice. And the feel of it is beautiful. It is beautifully sanded. I like the organic feel on this. There's nothing worse than perfect stuff, if you know what I mean. I hate that look of when you get something and it's like, that is too shiny, it's too polished, it's too new, whatever. I like that whole sort of craft vibe and everything behind it. And I think at £15, like I say, it's a big old antler tip compared to the one that I've got, another sort of almost like an inch or so longer. It is beautifully, really well done. You can see the rune on it, really well finished as well. Because with antler tips especially, they do need to be coated in something because they can be absorbent, especially through the top part and everything. Chances are I possibly will switch out the leather thong that comes with it and put just a sort of regular leather thong on it. But it is a thing of beauty and worth 15 quid. In my opinion, all the way, and I'd be quite happy to pay it anywhere up to around about 20 quid. Bearing in mind, this is a real, genuine antler, tip, teen, tine, whatever you want to call it. So, absolutely stunning. I like that. Really nice. I like the shape of this one, because sometimes they're kind of squat and a bit stumpy. It depends, obviously, on what antlers you get. But I like the sort of curve in it, the natural feel and everything like that, and the coloration, the patina and patination in it. Really, really nice. Beautiful thing. I do like that. So also, here's sent through an oak pendant. Again, you can see the feather rune on there as well. This has a leather kind of cord thong on it. So notes on this. The one that he sent is basically one of 4 prototypes, testing various shapes and methods of necklace attachment. Basically, the notes that he's provided me is what he's going to be doing from now on. So each pendant is made from a block of reclaimed oak, which is nice. I do like this whole kind of upcycling, if you know what I mean, using something old into something new, which I think is fantastic, and I believe that more craftsmen and stuff out there are starting to use that, which is nice, as opposed to going out and buying stuff. Just use old stuff. They've been doing that for years with forging and stuff like that, and woodwork. Each block is made of reclaimed oak, varying between 4 to 5 centimetres and roughly a centimetre thick. After each one is cut to their shape and measurement, the edges are then sanded over to remove the sharp edges, just like the deer antlers. Each one comes with an Elder Fuddark rune and bind runes, this time burnt in by pyrography pen, coated with 2 layers of varnish with a light sanding after the first coat. Like the antler, each one will come in a pillow box and available soon on my Etsy store for £10 with free shipping in the UK. Customer requests were welcome. And again, I love wood and antler and metal and stuff like that, because it's just got that sort of natural feel to it. Plastics don't have that, you know. And there are no sharp edges on this. I like the fact that it's kind of all shaped and just feels natural. Well, it would be natural because obviously it's made of wood, but really, really well made. I do like the way that it's not necessarily 100% sort of exactly the same all the way around, that it has got that craft and woodworky feel to it. I certainly probably couldn't do any better than that. If I had a pyrography pen, I'd start burning myself with it, no doubt, sort of bit of scarification going on. Again, thing of beauty, £10. I think that is great for that. I would quite happily go out and £10 and £15 for the antler. I would possibly pay more for the antler. Moving on. Okay, so also a leather pouch that is made because predominantly he works in leather as well. So, and I love the smell of leather. You know, it's kind of got that really, really nice natural smell, as apart from these synthetic, horrible leather. And there's nothing wrong with faux, if you know what I mean. Now, this basically is a rune set that is sent through in a leather pouch. It's made, if I tip these out, make sure there's no more in there. So a nice leather pouch it comes in, really well stitched as well. Really nice. Well, you could use it for LARP if you're into that sort of thing, live action role play or whatever it's called. I prefer to go out with a real axe and start swinging it around. So it's got a really nice feel. It's not a hard, stiff leather. It's quite soft and pliable, which is nice. Comes with a leather cord for keeping it and brass eyelets as well. So it's really nice. So the rune set features all 24 Elder Futhark runes on various size wooden discs and etched in with a pyrography pen. He's unsure what wood that he's used for this, which is apparently a bit unfortunate. Currently, I'm undecided between making leather pouches or finding a decent sized wooden box to send them in. I do plan on doing the oak and stone ones in the future. The sets will go for 20 quid with free UK shipping. Now, to be honest, personal preference, I prefer them in a leather pouch because I can keep these in here. I can put it on my kilt belt or whatever, and I like the smell and the feel of this. It can be used as a purse. You can use it as just a pouch for carrying stuff. I can put tobacco in it. I can put a small little hip flask in there. And there's a lot that you can do with that. So personally for me, I prefer the pouch. Obviously, it's each of their own and their own opinion. But like I say, this pouch contained all 24 Elder Futhark runes. And I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to go, well, I can go through each and every single one. So it's obviously cut off from a branch or something like that. Each one is sanded and really smooth. There's no jaggedy bits, not going to splinter myself. And you can see where he's used the pyrography pen to do that. And one thing I must say about it is he's done it really, really well, if you know what I mean. It's not just kind of slapdash done on there. Each one's pretty much centered, really burnt in well. And so he's obviously done a few of these. And more. I will show you them all just to show you the quality on each one, because the quality again is really, really nice. And because I do carry runes on a bracelet and everything, rune beads and stuff. I love that whole sort of Viking and Norse thing, like I've said in all the other videos, why I'm called Viking Beer Mat over there and a beard of Berserker. But like I say, there is not one of these that I've picked up and gone, oh, hang on, the quality's changed a bit from that, if you know what I mean. It's each one is still got that kind of roughish edge to it, but not sharp or anything like that. You're not going to get splinters from it. The thing that I like as well about these is they got a very, same as the pendant, and if you know what I mean, they've got a really nice feel, a tactile feel, which is nice. I would much rather go out and spend £20, I think that's what I said, yeah, £20 on the 24 Elder Futhark bind runes than go out and spend a couple of quid off something off of some of these online shopping sites. I'm not going to say any because obviously we all know which ones the bad shopping sites are, sort of factory produced massed crap where somebody hasn't used pyrography to do it. They've had a machine with stamps on it, literally burn each one as it goes along a conveyor belt. And these have got a lot more kind of a nice tactile, natural feel to it, as opposed to being too perfect. And again, they are perfect enough, don't get me wrong. The boot pyrography that is used in the bind runes and everything else like that, he's done a really good job of it, but it's not overworked to a point that everything's the same, and each sort of like disc of wood, you know, is slightly different from the last. Obviously probably cut from the same branch and everything, and they're all different thicknesses as well, so you've not got sort of like, they're not completely uniform, and that's one of the things that I think gives it its charm, if you know what I mean. Like, you've got a smaller one there and you've got a bigger one here, and if I sort of line them up, you can see that it's just really, really nice, and it's got that really nice feel to it. And I do appreciate, I don't think people do appreciate with crafts in general, whatever it might be, from perfume work, creating perfumes, creating clothing, leatherwork, pendants, jewellery and stuff, just the time, effort and energy that must go into making these, you know. Because especially if you can imagine a single craftsman, you set up a shop and everything, right, I'm going to make something because I'm particularly good at doing it. It's going to take you time to sort of make the pouch. It's going to take you time to get all these, cut them up, sand them down, let alone do all the pyrography. I keep wanting to say pyrographical, but it's something completely different. I'm sure that is a word. And so I really, really appreciate the time and effort that has gone, put those all back in there, yeah, they have, into making and producing this stuff, which to me is worth spending a bit more money on, as opposed to this cheap, shoddy, shonky online stuff. Now, he has also sent through a couple of pieces of leatherwork, which I'm going to be doing in the next review in around about a week's time. So I'm not going to give you any sneak previews or anything like that. But from what I've shown you guys and what I've seen with the other two products as well, Odins Eye Leather is creating some amazing stuff. Like I say, he's open to custom work as well, and I'd quite happily buy from him. Customer service as well, been brilliant. He's so passionate about what he's doing, you know. He's constantly on Instagram, he sends me a message, I send him a message, he sends me a message, he sends me backwards and forwards, see what you think of it. Do you think this could be changed? What do you think like about that? What do you think about this? And it's really nice, as opposed to, you pay your money, there's your product, go do what you like with it, not interested anymore, I've made my money. It's really nice to see Odins Eye Leather and these other craftsmen are like, what do you think? Do you think it's like that? What do you reckon? And it's really, really nice to see. So I would personally myself go out and happily buy these, and I would be prepared to spend the money on them, because I think they're really well made and he's done a very good job with it. Like I say, the only thing I will probably do is to take off the sort of chain thong loop and just put a regular leather thong on there, just in my opinion, for me, just to keep it a bit more natural looking, because other than the one I wear that's got my dad's ring on it, all the other ones are kind of like leather lace that I wear and everything. But other than that, absolutely fantastic. I will be putting links down below to Odins Eye Leather. Please give him a hand, support, follow him and encourage him, because he is making some amazingly good stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed that review for this morning. I've got plenty more coming up, so please keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm working again this evening. I got back from work this morning. I've got work again tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening, but I will be doing another review once I get home from work tomorrow morning, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you guys, I really do appreciate your time. Please hit that subscribe button, because this channel and Instagram is not about me. It's about these small brands, individuals and craftsmen who we need to support, help them and encourage them. So thank you guys for that. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Keep on taking care of each other. Keep on looking after each other. Keep on helping support each other. And above all, keep on loving each other, growing those beards. I wish you have a great weekend. Thank you guys and appreciate your time. Thank you.